Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue into level 2 Megabase, where I have something quite exciting I would like to discuss with you guys. So in between episodes, I have been thinking a small amount about how robots work. For the most part, we all know they take things from chests and deliver them to other chests. That is pretty much their main function. But one thing I started to notice when we started to do copper outposts over here, or copper smelting out here, the same over here, was that instead of taking these requests just, instead of taking from our, let's see how I explain this correctly, they will always go for active providers or the player first, then it'll go for storage chests and buffer chests, and then it will go for passive providers. The problem with this is, with our current setup, is that if these run out, instead of just taking them from right here, it will take it from another buffer chest anywhere on the map. It doesn't really care. At least that's how I understand the principle. So that could mean that we had things being flown from here to here, or from here to another buffer chest, and then these are requesting from buffer chests in town or in the base if these are not full. That gave us insane travel times on some of the robots, which was also why we had non-idling last episode. So what I started to think about was, what if we changed all of our passive providers to buffer chests? Wouldn't that mean that it will take from here first, since that's the closest? This one would take from here, since that's the closest. Then it would always request from the closest chest. That is pretty much my my logic on that. And that is why I want to try and change all of our passive providers on, pretty much in the entire base. We could pretty much do it, since all our requested chests are requesting from buffer chests. I think that could be a very good way to solve the two problems we have. One, the reason why we're using buffer chests in the first place, being that if this requests 100 in flight time, that will not be a very good throughput. That's why we have buffer chests, so they can easily fill. And two, it'll fix the issue we have with these requesting from buffer chests way across the map, because robots will always go to the closest one in that order I said before: the player, active provider chest as the same level, storage chests, buffer chests, and then lastly passive provider chests. So I'm quite excited with trying this, and to be honest, it should be quite easy to change. The first thing we'll have to do is just set up, what's it called, we haven't been producing here, but change them to stack a bit more than 50 at a time. To be honest, let's just give it some stack inserters, and then I am quite excited to see how this is gonna work. No idea what troubles this might spell for our base, but I think it's at least worth a try. If I do it like this, I can't see any reason why we should have any passive providers left in the base. Because a buffer one does the exact same what's called function as a passive provider, just high up the requesting tree, and you're able to get more things requested in if you want. Different kinds in, so that's actually a twofold thing. But for now, I just want to try and use it instead of all of our what's it called, passive providers, just to get that working. So let's set up a little upgrade one to change all of these to buffer chests, just to make things good. I think we can do something like this and then put that in all of our, at least for now, or what's it called, or mining outposts, or copper, coal and whatnot outposts. And hopefully that will do exactly what I want. At least I'm very, very, very excited to see what's this gonna do to our base. I can't see anything flawed in my reasoning, but then again, you never know. But this all breaks and wins on how it handles the distance thing. Hopefully it works just as I expect. That would be by far the most optimal case. So let's continue to upgrade the ones we have around here. Let's see, we have it a huge amount down here. Let's just do all of them. Doesn't matter, some of them are not working. Also output into them. And let's do the same over here. Just take it all and a little copper here. Small amount of coal we have. Where's that? Right here. And the one over here. So hopefully that will solve the issue. No, wait. I think I just... Oh no, that's not going to work. The reasoning is going to be very flawed. The reason is that the buffer chests we have in here won't be able to request any then. So we will need it twofold. Oh, that's a bit annoying. How do we solve that? Because I'm quite sure this is gonna break what I just have thought up. Because that means this can't request anything anymore. If we make all of them buffer chests. Because buffer can't request from buffer. How do we solve that problem? That is something I'll have to think about. That's a bit annoying. Buffers can't request for... Oh, wait. Nay. Wait. Can they request from other buffer chests? Don't think they can. So I don't know how to solve that, but we will just check it out in a few minutes. Now that we have these limited to nothing. Then this should start to take it from over here. The buffer chest here in the middle. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's already happening down here. But let's give it a try and see what happens. Because look, right now nothing is requesting from them. And that is actually a bit annoying, since this one is probably not going to request that many anymore. Yeah, we'll just give it a minute to see how this all pans out. Did I change all of them? I did change this here, and yeah, look, now they're all gonna go and try and grab these because they are not changed. So yeah, that reasoning is not gonna work. I thought that was smart. Is there some way where we can still do it? Look, there's a request from here, but nothing is gonna get grabbed from here now. Is there some way of fixing that when thinking about our solution? Because then we'll have to output it to another chest. But that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's unfortunately, for me at least, it seems like that's not gonna solve the problem we had. Oh, that's a bit sad. But this is what I enjoy about Factorio, is that you can think of stuff like this. Think you're right, and then when you start to explain it and start to build with it, you will see the errors of your ways. So that means we will have to change all of them back if we want to use a buffer chest in here. But that still doesn't solve our issue of them traveling around the world But yeah, it's not the worst thing, but we'll figure that out sometime in the future. So let's just change them all back. Too bad, too bad. Here to that one. Do give me feedback if you can think of some way of solving that problem, because I really want to find a solution for it. Because them traveling around the world is a bit annoying. Never change that, that's perfect. Would it be a good idea to just do it on some of them then? I don't know, but yeah. Nothing we can do about it. To be honest, there's one way we can solve it. Maybe. I haven't thought this idea through though. It's just doing active provider on everything. But then we'll just push everything out into the network and have a huge storage problem at some point, unless we wire something up saying you'll only produce if you have a certain amount. Don't think that will work the way I intend it to work, so let's skip that for now and see if we can't figure out some other way to set this up. I'm quite sad, guys. I thought I had made a brilliant discovery, but yeah, now you can see the process of my thinking once in a while. And the whole problem was that buffer chests don't request from buffer chests, and that is a bit annoying. Yeah, we can't solve it with request assist either, because they will just move it between each other. So yeah, no good idea there. That was just me rambling for a few minutes, trying to do something I thought that was smart, but it turned out it wasn't. So back to this. Let's start to buffer some of these, just a small amount. Should we just get all the middle ones first? Just to increase the speed quite a bit more. And that's going to increase all of that. And hopefully that will give us a bit more speed modules per minute. Last one down here could be good to get set up. So we are still missing about 500 speed modules. That's about, what is that, 500,000? Look here. That's an insane amount of iron and things we'll need to get. So that's about 500,000 copper. And with a production of, how high are we now? It's a 1.7 now, but if you look what we can get to, it should be a bit higher than that. But let's just get this through. Oh, too bad about that buffer chest thing. Oh well, not much we can do about it at the moment. Yeah, it was right here. So let's put one in here as well to supply this with what we need. So now what? I had planned to do a bit of things with that. So now we'll just have to figure some other things to do. Maybe improve the base quite a bit. Maybe set up so we store a bit more solar and things at the time. So we slowly build up and not go completely broke as soon as we start to expand out into the world. Should we expand how many we can store at a time? I think that might be a good idea. We can't limit how much they cost. That is no way to do that. But we can increase how many we store. So it slowly builds up over time and don't lag out. Could also just leave it at this and say that is the way we produce, a few hundred per minute, and be happy with that. This is working fine for what we need. We could start to beacon some more things, but yeah, I kind of want to give that a bit of a rest. So right now it's pretty much all down to our speed modules getting up and running. That is pretty much what's holding us back, both speed and productivity, but it seems we're using a lot more speed modules than productivity. So we might want to set up a second one of these or just get the rest of this beaconed. What we're lacking is, yeah, it's pretty much the speed. And it should be ratioed correctly. Or things not getting delivered fast enough. Let's just see. If that is the case, it shouldn't be now that we have this one. Might have been the case before, but let's just... It looks like it's keeping up at least. So let's keep it at this point for now. Nope, green circuits are not coming in fast enough. We'll have to increase how much we get in. So let's get you to 100. Will be a bit overkill, but we can't have it slowing down on us. Let's just get 10. Because you are moving quite fast. You can go up to 100 as well. Don't mind buffering a bit right here. That's going to be buffering quite a bit. And 100. Hopefully that is enough. There we are. That means we can take the number 1 and just, let's take these 2 and throw it into everywhere we have 1. And get those running as fast as possible. Oh, we had one more number 1. Take you over here. And then take number 2. And fill in the rest of those as well. And then take the third one to here. Hopefully that means that we will not stop producing them at some point, because we're waiting on travel distance. And yeah, that should be a lot better. So now I just hope everything works correctly again and we haven't messed things up. Could activate a small more science just to empty some out and get things running again. Last time it was this one we're missing. It shouldn't be that case anymore. But let's just activate a small amount of science. Productivity, we could get that just to get something used. So let's see if our base can even handle us going or starting this amount of science. That is kind of what I want to see, if we can get through 5,000. How much science do we have? We are just at the edge of having it. This one might get done. This will also need productivity at some point, so we can get rockets launching a bit faster. Already have 11. So that is not too bad. But yeah, hopefully these 410 will be done. Then we can start to buffer a bit. We could do a buffer chest where we move some of it out if you want to. Might not be a bad idea, since when I want to build things in the future, I want to be able to just put it down, the robots fly it in, and then I don't have to wait for all of it to get constructed. These, on the other hand, is finally looking good. They are producing at a fast enough rate. Could give ourselves an entire chest just to have enough. This shouldn't be that expensive. And we should have the resources for it. So let's give ourselves a chest, just so we don't run out of beacons. At least I don't want to miss the fundamental building blocks even of our base. How many these do we have? 500, that's more than enough. So, our base is running smooth. So, I think it's about time we expand out our science. We are somewhat at that spot. At least as soon as we get all the beacons in. Just having a small look at how things are going here. It's not requesting from these yet because it's probably taken from somewhere else. Or we're just not really using all of them yet. They still have quite a bit stored up before they go into the other ones. So that is completely fine. Oh, I'm still a bit sad about that, the buffer chest thing, that we messed it up so badly. I just thought we had such a brilliant idea. But once in a while, things don't work out the way you think they will. So while that is building, let's start to tax our base a bit again. Let's expand this out. Of course, simply doing it this way. Getting more and more coverage. And then we can actually put in the next row of landfill as well. Right here. Crossing that lake. There comes all the robots. And we can probably add a bit of solar as well. So pretty much filling this in with solar. Just to get our base running a bit again. Not sure how power is going to handle it. But never mind. That is all good. Just to see it all run. So here we are. Where is our solar? It's right here. And should we just fill out this area? Oh, I accidentally put it on top of our stone depot. Luckily, we can always move it in the future by just deconstructing it. So let's go above it next time we get to it, which is this one we'll skip. Then we can just continue right here. Let's go down the side, getting more and more cover. There we are. We need to cover you. Can we go down one further here? We can, but then we're at the lake. Then we will have to skip that part. Continuing north as well. We can get some solar in here. And stop there. And what about up here? Yeah, we'll just continue up. This will at least give us, our robots, quite a lot to do. And that is exactly why I'm doing it. And there we are. Filling in all the landfill. Let's just add in a few more roboports. Of course, the one with the radar, so we can see a bit of what's going on. And hopefully we are all the way to the edge now with the land bridge. And then we just need these to be built before we can do the next part. So our power at night is still gonna completely tank because of this. But that is just because we are sending out so many robots and the base doesn't really know how to handle it. At least doesn't know how to handle peak hours. One thing we could do to handle peak production is just do a whole ton of accumulators, but since at most times a base is not supposed to handle peaks like that, it's not really an issue in terms of building. And for our 4K science per minute base, it's not really an issue either, since we want a steady state where it consumes the same amount of power and things just moving around at a nice steady pace. So because of that, I'm not gonna just do complete accumulator cells, or rather just do solar panels around with accumulators to have our steady state pretty much solid all the time. And look how many robots we have flying. It might, oh, it's just because we're moving solar panels. Otherwise, it might have been time to add in more roboports here, but no power and a lot moving is not a good combination. So that is actually good enough. We'll soon be able to continue up north, because there should be something good up here in terms of flying things in. And since we are making our grid as we go, it is actually looking quite good. This should get power soon and reveal the next place for us. Can we do this, please? There we are. Can we fit in one here? We luckily can. And then we're almost up at our old iron outpost. We haven't been there in ages. So that's gonna be a welcoming sight to see. Oh, we almost emptied out this copper patch. Was this our first copper patch? Except the one in here, I think it was. So that's actually looking quite good, seeing the old one. Our factory here is still working, but it is running out of things. Look, the iron is only dribbling in, but that has been going for a long time now. So that's actually quite exciting. So yeah, I think this is a decent place to stop. Getting all this built, having this run, having a backup of things out here, quite a lot backup actually, so we don't run out, is actually very nice. This one should also be able to work non-stop, just producing our solar panels and accumulators. Science was also good. I would like to speed this up as the next thing, since what's holding us back in terms of getting more robot speed is just a speed of our rocket silos. And one thing we can do, we can just copy paste this 4 times to increase our speed times 4, very easily. We can also beacon it to increase it times 4 probably. So just beaconing this, copying over 4 times, you can get times 16 in speed. That is gonna be good, and the inputs are so simple and nothing to worry about. Of course, we should probably get in 1 buffer chest here as well, as that will be the most optimal solution. So as I was saying, let's end the episode here, watching our robots go crazy trying to deliver what we need here. And that is very good. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.